You've seen me studying, cramming, locking in, pulling all nighters, and basically spending hours sitting at this desk, and that's probably how most of y'all know me. But honestly, that is just a part of who I am, and I realized that after hitting 4,000 subscribers, a lot of y'all just know my studying side, but y'all actually don't know me. So I thought I'd do something a little different and introduce you to the person behind the desk. And don't worry, the study vlogs aren't going anywhere. I just felt like 4K was the perfect time to let y'all know me a little better. Okay, first of all, 4,000. I genuinely never thought I'd say those words out loud. If you had told me a year ago that 4,000 people are willingly watching me, I would have honestly laughed. I honestly wasn't even planning on celebrating, to be honest, because past couple of days have just been a lot more heavy for me. I've been overthinking a lot of things, which I think I should probably not be doing. One of those phases where your brain overthinks the problems that don't even exist. Yeah, that's what's happening. So that's why I wasn't in the mood of celebrating or getting a cake or something. But Ma got me a pastry. So I think 4,000 of us deserve this definitely. By the time I'm shooting this video, we are already past 4,000. We are 4,100, which is insane. Oh my god. To be honest, I don't think I'm in the right mindset to process how big of a number this is. So I don't know. This is insane. Thank you. Oh god. Growing up, I was probably the most confused kid ever. Not confused in a bad way though, I was interested in literally everything. Every few months, I'd convince myself that I'd found my dream career. One month it was painting, then fashion designing, then writing, then something else. Safe to say, younger me had absolutely no clue what she wanted to become. Academically, I was just an average student in school. I mostly got B grades, sometimes A's, so nothing extraordinary. Then somehow college happened and I only started to get A's and A plus, and now I'm preparing for a competitive exam. So life has generally taken the weirdest turns. But throughout all of this, there were a lot of hobbies that I slowly stopped talking about, not because I stopped loving them, but because I became too scared of what would people think. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you all a few of them. So brace yourself. The first one has to be painting because this was literally my whole personality growing up. I think I got it from my dad because these are some of his sketches and I grew up watching him draw. I used to sit next to him trying to copy whatever he was making. Mine obviously looked nowhere close to his, but I still kept trying. Then lockdown happened and suddenly I had all the time in the world. I painted almost every single day, and these are some of the paintings which I've made in 9th and 10th standard, and looking back to it right now, I don't think they are that bad. Like, younger me would actually be pretty proud. I was so serious about it that I even made an Instagram page just for my paintings, and it still exists, by the way. Please don't go searching for it. I genuinely thought that art is going to be my career. Like, I watched painting videos for hours, bought new brushes whenever I could, tried different styles. I was just completely obsessed. Then college started, assignments happened, life got busy, and painting slowly became one of those things I'd always say that I'll get back to it next week. And the next week somehow turned into years. I still kind of miss it though. Like, it is one of those hobbies that genuinely made me happy. And I think somewhere along the way, I convinced myself that I didn't have time for it, which is funny because somehow on some days, I always have time to scroll YouTube short for straight 30 minutes. But painting wasn't my only obsession though, because fashion designing, oh my god, if painting was my first love, fashion was definitely my second. I've always loved fashion, but not in the way like I want to buy expensive clothes. I was always fascinated by how people actually came up with these designs. Like, I used to spend hours drawing outfits in random books instead of paying attention to whatever I was supposed to be doing. Like, these are some of the designs which I've made around when I was 16 or 17, and looking at them right now, some of them are actually pretty decent and some of them, let's just pretend that they don't exist. I even gave the elementary drawing exam when I was younger and I did pretty well. I don't know if that helps with the fashion designing or not, but in my head it definitely did. The more I started to draw, the more interested I got. I started to watch interviews of fashion designers, fashion week videos, documentaries, literally anything related to fashion. I remember watching one of the videos of Kalagoda and looking at the designers there and thinking that one day I want to be here. I don't know, it just looked like a completely different world to me and I loved everything about it. I mean, let's be real, my mom used to dress and style me like this when I was a kid, so how could I not be in fashion? I even applied for a fashion college and almost got selected, and this is something I don't think I've ever spoken on YouTube before, but the real reason I didn't go wasn't because my parents said no. You see, my parents have never forced a career on me, and it was just me, to be honest. Yes, I was so scared. I absolutely had no confidence in myself back then. I couldn't even confidently tell my parents that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And I kept thinking, what if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? And what if this is just a phase as well? And I eventually convinced myself to not to do it. So I chose commerce, finished my junior college, did my degree in business management, and now I'm here preparing for a competitive exam. Do I regret it? Honestly, I don't think regret is the right word because every decision I've made has brought me here and I genuinely love what I'm doing in life right now. But if you ask me whether I'd still love to have my own fashion brand someday, absolutely. Like, I don't know when, how, but that dream never left. Another hobby that somehow found its way back into my life is reading. What's funny is that I actually never considered reading as a hobby when I was younger, but I loved writing stories in school, especially with those write your own endings and autobiography questions in English exam. Those were my favorite. But I didn't properly get into reading until I was 17. My dad was reading The Secret one day and I randomly picked it up because I was bored and I ended up finishing it, and after that there was no going back. Since then I've read more than 50 books, thrillers, romance, contemporary fiction, mystery, a little bit of everything. I go through phases where I read 5 books in a month and then I don't touch one for weeks because I convince myself that I don't have time for it. I even tried making book reviews once on YouTube, and safe to say, YouTube wasn't very impressed, but I still read whenever I can because it's one of the few things that completely switches my brain off. And I guess reading eventually turned into writing. Okay, now this is something which I've been debating whether I should even say in the video or not, because if I say this out loud right now, there is no taking back. But I've been working on something for a little over 6 months now. I am writing a book. Yeah, I actually said it. What? I actually don't know when it will be finished. I don't even know if future me is watching this and laughing because she changed like the entire plot 10 times. But it's something that is really close to my heart and I work on it whenever I get time. It's nowhere near to be completed, so don't ask me when it's coming out because I genuinely have no idea. I just wanted to tell you all this because if I'm making a video about introducing myself, I feel like this is a big part of me too. I think the biggest thing that I've learned over the years is that you can be preparing for a competitive exam and still have hobbies. You can spend 6 to 8 hours studying and then you can spend your 30 minutes sketching or reading your favorite thriller before bed. I used to think that I have to choose one version of myself, either serious or creative, but then I realized we are just humans. Why can't we be both? For the longest time, I hid these parts of myself with the fear of judgment. I thought people are gonna think that I'm not that serious about the exam or I'm all over the place. But let's be real, people are gonna judge you anyways. Whether you follow your dream or you don't, people are always gonna have an opinion about you. So might as well just do something that makes you happy for the rest of your life. Because imagine sitting on the couch after 5 to 10 years and thinking I could have did this, but I didn't even try. I think regret is a much harder thing to live with than failure, because with failure you have at least tried, but with regret you didn't even get to try. So if there's something which you've been wanting to do since a really long time, then start that page, post that video, take yourself out on a date, learn that skill, do whatever you want, because we genuinely just get one life and it would be such a waste to spend it on what would people think about us. Yeah, it's the same people who are not going to remember you after a week or two, and that's pretty much me for you. Before I end the video, I just want to say thank you for 4,000 subscribers again. Thank you for making me feel a feeling which I thought I'd never deserve. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.